This video will explain the math behind the examples, so that you will gain a greater understanding of why the examples work out. So let's get started now on MathCat. 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we mean by exponent. If we write down a number with a smaller number raised next to it, this is called an exponent. And this big number is called the base. What this means is multiply 2 together 3 times. In other words, use 2 as a factor 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2. So a simple way to write 2 times 2 times 2 is to simply write down 2 as the base and 3 as the exponent. 2 times 2 times 2 is the same as 2 raised to the power of 3. And of course 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So we could say 2 raised to the power of 3 is 8. Now notice some of the words that I'm using. 2 to the power of 3. This is called an exponent, but we also use the word power. We don't say 2 exponent 3, we say 2 to the power of 3. I'll show you what I mean. 2 to the power of 4 is the same as using 2 as a factor 4 times. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 we can write as 2 to the 4th power. And of course 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. So 2 to the 4th power is 16. Let's try 3 as the base, raised to the power of 2. Now we have a special word we use when we raise something to the power of 2. We call this 3 squared. And if we raised 3 to the power of 3, we have a special word for that. We call that 3 cubed. So 3 square is a 2-dimensional object. 3 cubed, cube is a 3-dimensional object. If we say 3 squared, we mean 3 to the power of 2. If we say 3 cubed, we mean 3 to the power of 3. If we say 10 squared, we mean 10 to the power of 2. 59 cubed is 59 to the power of 3. So 3 squared, or 3 to the power of 2, means use 3 as a factor 2 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 squared is 9. 3 cubed means use 3 as a factor 3 times. 3 times 3 times 3. And 9 times 3 is 27. So 3 cubed equals 27. Let's try 4 raised to the power of 5, or 4 to the 5th power, we say. 4 to the 5th power means use 4 as a factor 5 times. And if we did all this multiplication, 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64, times 4 is 256, times 4 is 1024. So 4 to the 5th power is 1024. If we did 10 to the 5th power, that would be the same as using 10 as a factor 5 times. Which would be 10 times 10 is 100, times 10 is 1,000, times 10 is 10,000, times 10 is 100,000. Now with a power of 10, we have a special trick. Notice the answer has 5 zeros in it. 5 zeros in 10 to the 5th. If we had 10 to the 6th, well, it would be the same as all of this times 10 more. It would be 1 million. And how many zeros do we have? Well, we have 6 zeros. So whenever we raise 10 to any power, that just tells us how many zeros we have in the answer. So 1 followed by 8 zeros, 10 to the 8th. And that's an explanation of how exponents work.